Hey guys, Airbnb is imploding on itself. I know a bunch of YouTubers talked about this before, but it's actually boots hitting the ground now. So bookings are down 10% in the third quarter. There are hosts in Denver, for example, reporting 0 bookings after November. Now, that's major ski season, major tourist season for the people in Denver. So to see 0 bookings is very, very alarming. It seems like what's happening, a lot of these hosts are pivoting and trying to rent these out instead of as Airbnbs. They're trying to rent them out as long-term rentals. Now, I track a lot of rentals in my area. I can confirm that it's happening here. I was talking to my property manager today. We couldn't figure out why we were seeing so many new homes coming on the market all the time. And what we got down to is they're former Airbnbs. These guys are pivoting and trying to do long-term rentals. Now, it takes a whole different skill set to do an Airbnb than it does to do a long-term rental, and I hope that these hosts know what they're signing up for. But unfortunately, I don't think a lot of them have any choice. So let me give you an example. So I have a single family house that I rent out in town. I don't like to rent a lot of them. I really prefer apartments, but I do have a few. And next to one of them, the house next to me went up for sale. So that house, in my opinion, sold for $75,000 over what it was really worth. Now, if you're going to overpay by $75,000, it's fine if you have the income coming in to pay for that. So let me give you an example. So let's say it rents for $200 a night. You get 80% occupancy in the peak season, which for us is Memorial Day to Labor Day, without any of the fees. You use the fork fee, you got a clean fee, you didn't do the laundry fee, all those ridiculous fees that Airbnb adds on and the hosts add on. Without all those fees, at $200 a night, you're looking at about $15K for that peak season. Not a bad little haul for 90-ish days of occupancy and work. If you then add in the shoulder seasons, so let's say it's 2 weeks before Memorial Day, so the 15th of May to Memorial Day, at $150 a night because it's not peak season, same 80% occupancy rate, and then you take and you add in same $150 a night, same 80% occupancy rate from Labor Day to November 1st. We call that the newlywed and nearly dead season, that post Labor Day. That's when all the newlyweds come and then all the older folks come to visit. But anyway, if you total all that up, it's a little over 24 grand. It's almost 24.5. So at 24.5, you can carry quite a large mortgage note. Now, if you become a long-term landlord and you're renting that same place out at $1,200 or $1,300 a month, and you're only bringing in 14, 15 grand a year, that's a big cut to your profit, and that's a big cut to your ability to be able to carry that heavier mortgage, increased property taxes, and everything else that we're seeing. I don't know how many of these guys out here are going to be able to survive that. How many are going to be able to continue to pay those elevated mortgages and all the other fees and not come out of pocket every month? How many hosts out there are dipping into savings to pay for what used to be a profitable enterprise? These aren't people that got into this with years of real estate experience or really kind of knew what they were doing. It's a lot of jumping in the market. I saw an opportunity, I went all in, and I just kind of bought, and then I didn't think about what if it pulled back and what if it went down. I really think that these hosts that are pivoting to become long-term landlords are why we're seeing rents drop across the country. You know, when you see housing affordability like it is now, typically you see rents rise because people can't afford to buy a house, so they have to go into rentals and rental demand goes up. Well, there's an increase of 23.2% year over year of Airbnb hosts, putting the total at around 1.4 million. It's like 1.38 million Airbnb hosts. If those guys are unwinding and they're becoming long-term landlords and that inventory is hitting the market, we're going to see rent prices drop. The same as we're seeing housing affordability increase, but also housing sales slump. People are going to be stuck everywhere. If you're a renter, it's going to be a really great time for you. If you're a landlord, you better really know what you're doing and really, be dotting your I's and crossing your T's and be on your A game, because it's going to be really challenging out there. I wouldn't go barreling into the real estate market right now. You've got to let some of this sort of shake out. Now, this isn't financial advice because there's always some Yahoo in the comments that are like, I'm going to sue you because you, whatever. Not financial advice. If you're an investor in Airbnb, you really need to start watching these quarters and watching what's happened. These hosts are getting out, bookings are dropping. I have to believe that Airbnb revenues are going to drop too. There's just no way. Like, people are backing out. These fees are getting ridiculous. Hosts are fed up with entitled clients or guests, whatever they call them. And guests are fed up with the fees that are going on in these different listings. So basically, they're pivoting and they're going back. The ones that are traveling are going back to hotels. You're getting a heated pool, you're getting a gym, you're getting room service, you're getting free breakfast. You're not getting these Airbnbs. I just think the whole ecosystem and the whole environment's cratering, and it's taking out the rental market with it. So get ready, it's gonna be a wild couple months. It'll be really interesting to see how the year plays out and what the fourth quarter looks like for Airbnb. But really keep an eye on this. Take a look at your rental market. Let me know if you're seeing the same thing that I'm seeing here and we're seeing in the Denver market. I have to believe it's going on everywhere across the country. But Airbnb's in big trouble. So is the rental market. Don't run out and buy real estate right now. It could get really dicey on you.